Yo, well, what's up next, Jen? I thought maybe I'd let everybody get in here. I'm the world's worst at going live, I tell you. But hey, what's up, Big Houston? Uh, what's up, everybody? I'm still new at this going live thing. I've only done it once before, so you have to cut me some slack. Well, I am in the panhandle of Florida. And as you can tell, I'm not in the truck. I'm in a hotel. uh, so, anyway, I was going to upload a video today, and I thought maybe by now I'd be home, and I was going to upload it on my way home. And it didn't work out quite the way I'd hoped it would. I had a load that delivered Tuesday in Plant City, Florida. And then I was going to head back up to Lake City and get my truck worked on. So they wouldn't start working on it until this morning. So I spent the night there and went in there first thing this morning. And they got started on it pretty quick and was able to diagnose everything that was wrong with it. And I'll go ahead and tell you what was wrong. What was wrong was a major air leak. My foot valve was leaking, but the foot valve didn't just go bad. It was kind of pressured into going bad, so to speak. What's up, Blackbeard, Pale Rider? I had a bleeder valve or feeder valve or some kind of valve that's back there towards the back. It was messing up the air that was flowing up to the front brake chamber on the driver's side. And so that was forcing the issue with the foot valve. So they had the foot valve, they had everything they needed to fix everything, except for the valve that was actually causing all this problem, causing the foot valve to leak air the way it was. So they said we got it in the warehouse. We can have it here tomorrow, probably before lunch, and get it put on for you tomorrow, and you'll be good to go. I said, well, is there any way I can just drive it on home and maybe get it done in Tallahassee or something like that? He said, no. He said, I wouldn't do it if I was you. He said, you're just going to mess up the new foot valve we put on. So rather than tearing up a brand new foot valve they just put on, I said, okay, I'll just stay here and get it done. I didn't want to stay here. I wanted to get home because I got a lot of stuff going on at the house. I need to get home. But I talked it over with Teresa, and she's like, yeah, go ahead and stay there and get it done. And that way you don't have to worry about it. It's not a major breakdown or anything like that. I was able to drive the truck into the shop. I didn't get towed or anything like that. I thought it was just going to be the foot valve and a couple of fittings that needed replacing. That's what I thought it was going to be. And basically that's what it was to start with. They didn't find the other issue until they fixed the foot valve and everything. Then they found the other issue. So that's when they addressed it to me and told me, and and made the decision to stay here and get it fixed right, so I don't have to worry about it. The initial stuff that they fixed, the foot valve, all the other air leaks and everything, they got fixed. I think it was right around $1,000. The piece that they ordered that's coming, that'll be here tomorrow, I think is around $280, and then the labor to put it on. So all told, I'll probably be looking at anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800, somewhere in there. It'll be under $2,000 for sure. And so it's not a major breakdown. I mean, if you get 4 new drive tires, you're looking at right at almost $2,000, right? So it's just one of those things. I mean, how many people have ever had a foot valve replaced? I mean, I've driven trucks for 20 years, and I've never had a foot valve replaced. I've had brake chambers replaced. I've had airlines and all that kind of stuff replaced, but I've never had a foot valve. So, hey, Chasing America. Snowlord. Craighead. Trucking in Wyoming. I know I'm going to leave a lot of these people out. Not doing it to be mean. I'm trying to keep up with everything going on. I'm not a professional live streamer like Snowlord and Pale Rider. They're pros at it. But so anyway, I was going to stay right across the street at the hotel across the interstate from where where they're working on the truck, but they gave me a ride, so I didn't have to take an Uber. So he goes, "I'll meet you out there at the van." So I'm thinking, passenger van or whatever. I go out there, and it's a work van. It has a driver's seat and a passenger seat, but I can't get in the passenger seat because the door won't open. So I have to get in the back of the van where they got a big air compressor and some other stuff back there, and they got this seat bolted down. It looks like they took a seat out of an 18-wheeler and bolted it down in the back of the cargo van. So I'm riding back in that seat, no seat belt, nothing. And the doors got some kind of wood on it. And man, it was loud, rough ride. And I told him Wyndham, right? But I should have said Super 8, I guess. So he thought I was talking about one of these hotels of the interstate from where we were at. So anyway, they ended up bringing me up here. And so I said, yeah, just go ahead and take me up there. So I'm staying up here, a lot more restaurants and stuff like that around. And but yeah, it's just for tonight. I'll go back down there tomorrow and hang out in that wonderful trucker's lounge. I've never seen a trucker's lounge with a washer and dryer before, so that was new to me. All right, so Pale Rider asked, what is a foot valve? I want to say I put it in one of my videos before. I can't remember. But anyway, if you're sitting there at the steering wheel driving, right, and if you had Superman's X-ray vision and you could see through the dash and the firewall and you could see underneath the hood of your truck, well, where the firewall is, right there bolted on it is your foot valve. And it's got a gazillion hoses, all different colors, coming out of it. And that's the foot valve. It's about this big, and I guess it's like the main control valve or something. I don't know. Anyway, you got big hoses, little hoses, all kind of different hoses coming out of it. And it was leaking. There was bubbles coming out all around that thing, man. And so they replaced it. And so a lot of the fittings that needed to be replaced, they replaced those. And I think there was a fitting on my transmission that needed replacing, and they replaced that where the air goes in for it. So that is probably why it was causing that tank to leak down, because I told them, I said, here's the problem I'm having. My forward tank and my transmission tank are both leaking completely down to empty in like 30 minutes from the time I switched the engine off on the truck. In about 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops, it's down to zero. The other gauge that reads your rear tank, it stays at around 100 pounds of pressure or more. So it didn't take them long to find all the leaks and get it all fixed. And then that's when they found the other, I want to say it's a bleeder valve maybe or something like that. It's back there towards the back of the sleeper. So I had one of those valves back there replaced before in Earl, Arkansas, if y'all might remember. I broke down on the just before I got to the exit there for Earl, Arkansas, and the guy had to come out there and bypass it and everything so I could get to the truck stop. And they got it fixed and all. But anyway, hopefully get this fixed and I'm back to running halfway normal again. Once we get it fixed, I'm going to go home and take a couple of days off. I may leave back out Sunday. I talked to my uncle Tuesday morning. Oh, man, it had to be like around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, he was up and he called me and we were talking while I was driving down to Plant City. And he seemed to be doing pretty good. You know, he was in good, spirits were doing a bit better. And then today, I got a call from him and he did not sound good at all. And about the same time he called me, I got a text from his daughter, my cousin, and she told me that they're having to take him in for a third surgery. The stent and everything that they put in, I don't understand all the medical terms that they use, but it was something about the stent is failing, and they had to go in and they're having to redo it. And so he's going in for he's in now. I think he just got out of surgery. They send me text messages and let me know where he's at there at the hospital, as far as at what junction of the procedure, like if he's in pre-op or he's in the operating room or he's in the recovery room. They send me texts and let me know each time he moves to another stage. So the last text I got was he was out of surgery and in recovery. So I'll call and check on him probably when I get done here and see what they say, how he's doing. But, he's having a really hard time right now. And I don't know how long he's going to be in the hospital. I mean, I couldn't imagine them letting him out of the hospital if he can't, if his leg is not healing up like it's supposed to. Because if they let him out, it runs a risk of getting infected or something like that. So I just have to wait and see. But today is Hump Day Wednesday, and so I'll go home. I'll be home Thursday, and I'll be able to check in on him and see how he's doing. And maybe by the time I leave out Saturday or Sunday, he'll be doing a lot better. And so that's right, Paul. Keep punching. Keep punching. Mike Miller, it is not time for a new truck. I'm going to tell you when it's time for a new truck. When you get the one you currently own paid for. You need to be talking to Chucky. Chucky needs a new truck because his is paid for. So that's when you get a new truck, when you pay off the old one. So, however, if anybody has any ideas on how I can get out from under the truck I'm currently driving without having to pay it off, I'm open to suggestions. Otherwise, I'm stuck with it till I pay it off. And then once I pay it off, I can trade it in or sell it and give me something different. So trucks are never paid off, Austin. Snowlord. Don't tell Chucky that. Nah, I know you always got upkeep and maintenance and stuff like that you have to do on one. And some people understand it. Some people, they just don't understand how you can keep putting money into one. And so I was worried about mine. I had that. And this thing about an automatic transmission, they're run off of air pressure. To the best of my knowledge, somehow or another, they run off air pressure. Anyway, that's what I've been told. They got their own specific air tank and everything. So anyway, with it leaking air like it was, not getting the full amount of air that it needed, I noticed it didn't seem like it was wanting to back up like it was supposed to. It seemed like it was slipping a little bit. So I'm hoping that is going to be the reason, is because of the air leak that they just fixed. So hopefully we'll see how the transmission does, because I couldn't imagine right now having to buy a transmission and put in that truck. Because at this point, if you have to buy a transmission and put in that truck, you might as well plan on keeping it for 5 more years. Transmissions are not cheap, especially automatic transmissions. So take it to Memphis and leave the windows down. I need to find me one of these, take it to Louisville. Hey, Paul, what's going on in Louisville? They still riding up there? I saw a little bit of that on the news a while ago. Yeah, I play the lottery twice a week there, trucking in Wyoming, twice a week. Speaking of which, I don't know if my wife is watching this live feed. Her mother is over for dinner, sorry. I forgot what time it is. And so they may not be watching, but if she is watching, honey, check my tickets and make sure they're up to date. Yeah. Oh, Pale Rider. I forgot about that. Pale Rider's from Louisville. That's his hometown. I know you hate that, man. But yeah, take it up there to Louisville and make sure they can see those some of those decals I have on my truck and let them burn it down for me. So I was just driving through Louisville. Next thing I know, my truck's on fire. And they're hollering at me all kind of nasty names. Yeah, I don't blame you, Paul. That's the same with me and Teresa. We live way out in the country, so we're not affected by a lot of the stuff going on in the towns, Tallahassee and stuff like that. We live far enough out. So, but anyway, I'm not going to stay on here too long. I just wanted to talk to y'all and let you know what's going on with the truck. And I thought about trying to put out a vlog because, I've tried to get into the rhythm of doing 3 a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I got a pretty good rhythm going. But I just, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it today. I spent all day in the driver's lounge, and they got these big plush recliners. So when I should have been sitting there editing the video, instead I'm sitting there going, look around, see if anybody saw me sleeping, and I start to do something on my phone. Those big, comfortable recliners like that, man. It's easy to fall asleep. Trucker for life. What's going on, Bubba? How's that knee? You hanging in there? Oh, come on, Daniel. You know better than that. There's a lot of people here I didn't say hey to. There's one. Jamie Howell, Cletus Gaming. Who else did I forget? Miss Ralph. There's a lot of people I miss, not just you. But yeah, I I just wasn't feeling it with the vlog today, so I got a little bit of content, and I'll say that and probably upload it Friday because, and then also what I'll try to do Friday for Friday's vlog is whatever content I've already got up till now, and the breakdown on the truck, what all they fixed and how much it cost and everything else. So we'll do that Friday for Friday's vlog. And I'll try to get it out early enough that it doesn't pop up during Pale Rider's live feed Friday night. So, but anyway, y'all make sure, plan on spending Friday night with the Pale Rider at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern on your favorite YouTube channel. Is Landstar better with your own trailer or a company trailer? I have no experience owning a trailer. However, I do a tremendous amount of dropping hooks at Landstar. So if I had to guess, I would say using a company dry van. So that would be my, oh, get the heck out of here. Y'all give my cousin some love. Josh Walters, that's my cousin. He's a truck driver. He drives for, can I say who you drive for, Josh, or should I have to keep that a secret? I love Josh. People say me and him in my younger days, yeah, he drives for TMC. When I was younger, me and Josh looked a lot alike. However, I got old and he's still young. But hey, I'll give you a good hint on who Josh looks like. If you ever want to know who he really looks like, he looks nothing like his daddy. Him and his daddy and me are first cousins. So me and Josh are second cousins. But Josh looks just like, oh, what's his name? Dadgummit, the dude in the group Alabama. The dude that plays the guy, not Randy. Was it Jeff? Yeah. I think it's Jeff. The one, not Randy Owens, the other one. And not Teddy, but the other one. The one that can really kill it on the guitar, and I think he plays the fiddle. I think that's Jeff. That's who Josh reminds me of. So, but anyway, glad to see you made it in, Josh. That's cool, man. I didn't know you were following me on YouTube. I thought you were. I thought I remember you saying something about that before. But yeah, he does really good over at TMC. And maybe one of these days I can, with all that flatbed experience he's got, maybe I can get him away and get him over here to Landstar. He might like it. Maybe bring that big black Peterbilt with you. So, anybody want any questions for Josh driving for TMC? I got a question. Do they tell y'all to wash those trucks every week? Somebody had told me at TMC you have to wash your truck every week. It has to stay purty. But yeah, I always know when I'm coming up on a TMC because I go right past them like they're sitting still. Man, they got to be governed at like 62, 65, something like that. I know y'all can't tell this, but right behind me is the air conditioning unit. It just kicked on and it's freezing my butt off. But I had to get the window with the backdrop because I'm up on the 5th floor, so you get a good view of the of everything behind me. Let's see if we can tilt it down a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. There you go. But yeah. Yeah, I guess you kind of already let it slip, Josh. So I'll go ahead and tell him. Josh is a owner op at TMC, so he probably gets to set his own speed limit. And Josh is probably relating to me right now pretty good because I know his dad just had some surgery. How's Wayne doing, Josh? Is he doing pretty good? Hadn't had a chance to call him or text him or anything to check on him. But yeah, he had. I think he was in the hospital a couple weeks ago. So good. I'm glad he's doing better. But yeah, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. My uncle is Josh is on my mother's side of the family, and my uncle that's in the hospital is on my father's side of the family. So, but yeah, my uncle. If y'all have ever seen the series that I did, My Trucking Life, um, my uncle, he was in episode 5, I believe it was, and it was a special episode where we got to interview him and talk to him and everything about truck driving. So, but anyway, I need to let y'all go because I don't want to hold y'all up too long. I know I've been rambling for almost 30 minutes. So, but yeah, I mean, overall the truck's been running pretty good. I know I probably mentioned this in some of the previous videos, but I bought some tools to help me out with the truck. I bought a code reader, and what that does is I can plug it in, and it'll pull up active faults and faults that aren't active, and it'll allow me to read the codes and see what they're telling me. And when I'm done, if I want to, I can go in and erase the codes. That's one of the tools I recently bought. It's called a Nexus OBR, OBD, OB something. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm not sure. The other thing I bought was a, what's that thing called? OTR reset tool. And the OTR reset tool, I did a video with that. It allows me to clear out the codes as well as do a forced regen. And since I've had that tool, I think I've done 3 forced regens. And thanks, Paul. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, hit the like button. And I just did that to try to clear everything out because I could see the soot levels were getting a little high. And for some reason, that truck doesn't like to regen going down the road like it should. I don't think it probably does, just because it's only told me I had to do a part regen like I think maybe 3 times since I've had the truck. So it's not that common. I've had it, almost, let's see, this coming November, December be 2 years. So. What's up, Papa Bear? Okay, Papa Bear has his own trailer over here at Landstar. And he said he does miss out on some dropping hooks, yeah. Yeah, a truck hit a deer and pushed it right in front of me. I ran over and broke my bumper again. Dang. Sorry about that, Truck for Life, man. I know that sucks. If y'all saw my last video I did, I uploaded Monday, the place we picked up out of there in Cottonton, Alabama. When I go to pull out, there's like a whole slew of deer over there. Got a little bit of video footage of them. But, yeah. On a good note, some positive news. As I'm sitting here, I notice we have 895 subscribers. And do you know who is subscribed to me? One of my favorite subscribers. He's at the house right now. I wish he was here with me because he would really enjoy this hotel room. He could jump from bed to bed. The Duck Man. Yeah, Ducky Duck. He's following me on YouTube. I think he steals my iPad every now and then. Yeah, I haven't got a whole lot of sleep lately, man. It's just Teresa was talking to me about it. I told her, I just got so much on my mind. You know, I got my uncle, he's sick, he's in the hospital. I'm worried about him. Worried about the truck breaking down on me with the air leaks. And I don't know that you can own a truck and be responsible for that truck and be out here driving up and down the road and not have a fear of financial ruin. I may be the only person that's like that. I don't know. But I was telling Teresa today, I said, I told her, I just have a hard time switching my brain off when it's time to go to sleep. And, you know, thinking about my uncle, thinking about the truck, worried about, you know, taking us into financial ruins, you know. So, stuff like that, it keeps me up sometimes. Yeah, Duckman's at the house chilling out. I'm going to go pick him up. Well, I'll be going home tomorrow. So whenever I leave back out, he'll go out with me. Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble with that old Volvo. I don't know. I might have mentioned this in a previous video. I don't know. But it's one of those things where if you could go back and change it, you know, you would. I don't know how many of you guys that are watching that are owner operators, but you know, I'd be curious how many of you guys, knowing what you know now, if you could go back to when you bought that truck, would you have bought that truck, or would you have kept looking for another truck? Or was there a truck that you looked at that you should have bought that you didn't buy and you ended up buying the one you're buying now? Because see, that's my thing. The truck I'm in now is not the first truck I looked at. You know, I looked at several trucks before I bought that one. But there's very seldom is there a day that goes by I don't regret not buying the very first truck I went and looked at. Because the very first truck I went and looked at was the perfect truck. I should have bought it, and I kick myself in the butt every time I think about it for not buying it. And it was one of those things that the creature comfort, I think, is what swayed me away from it. You know, it was a Peterbilt 389 or 379, I can't remember. But had the Detroit 60 series in it, recently rebuilt, only had about 200,000 miles on it. Really good truck, really strong truck. Had a 24.5 high tires, the big boy tires. And it, you know, it was a truck that had already been leased on the Landstar, so I knew it was a good truck. And the guy that was selling it was getting out of truck driving altogether. He was at the academy up near Tallahassee, going to be a state trooper, Florida Highway Patrol trooper. So I couldn't imagine somebody quitting a job, making what we make as an owner operator to go get shot at. So I couldn't picture somebody doing that and being a crook or someone that would try to cheat me out of a good truck, you know, or try to sell me a dud, you know. So one of my subscribers and co-workers over here at Landstar, Jim, he recently bought a Volvo 860, a 2020, and he's loving it, you know, really good truck. You know, Provost, he has a Volvo, and he loves it. He's already talking about buying a 2022. And so, yeah, I looked at the brochure today for the Macs, the Mac Anthems, and they just don't appeal to me. The configuration of the sleeper and everything else in there, it's not very appealing to me. You know, it's got a 70-inch bunk and all. But that Peterbilt, I think it was a 70-inch. It was already spec'd out for owner op, you know, the way he had it set up. Depending on how long you've been driving, you might remember back in the day, some of the sleepers were not attached to the cab, like on some of the W900s. So you had that little hole you had to pop through. And so that kind of reminds me of the 379, 389. It had kind of a smaller opening, you know. So what I should have done was stuck my face. I was trying to look out the front windshield, duck down as low as I could go, and just kind of wobble my big fat butt to the back and sit down on the bed and be back there and be done with it, instead of holding out and getting that dadgum Volvo instead. But yeah, eventually I'll get it paid off, and I got a plan to try to have it paid off by this time next year. So if I get it paid off by this time next year, I'll definitely be looking at getting another truck. I just got to figure out what I want to do. Some of you guys probably have. I would, if I had to guess, I'd say the majority of everybody in the chat room right now that owns a truck has a emissions truck, right? That has the DEF and the DPF filters and all that stuff. I have a couple subscribers that have the pre-emissions trucks, so I'm kind of leaning that way. But on the other side of me, I'm leaning towards a new truck. I just have a hard time wrapping my brain around $150,000 for a truck. Whew, man. I mean, if I could ever suck in the accept the fact that, hey, you're going to get awesome fuel mileage with that truck. You're going to save a ton of money with that truck on fuel mileage. You're not going to have almost no maintenance at all except for oil changes and tires. If I can just get that part of my brain to accept it, then that $2,500 a month payment makes more sense. So, and I can't imagine fuel prices going down in the future. I can only imagine them going up. Is there anybody that really thinks that 5 years from now we're going to be paying the same thing we're paying now for fuel or less? I'm almost positive it's going to be up. I would say right now a lot of us get discounts. We get like me and Papa Bear and some of the other folks here that are with Landstar. We get discounts on fuel, especially if we buy at TA Petro. I think Snowlord probably gets discounts with the fuel card that he has. So, most people right now with the discounts, we're probably paying, depending on where you're getting the fuel, $2 or less a gallon, right? Because I just bought fuel the other day at the TA in Spartanburg and paid $1.64 a gallon, I believe it was, with my discount. So I just can't see that holding out for a long period of time. So what's up, Josh, Roscoe? I'm not going to say your name. All I'm going to say is that's funny. Hey, John. Yeah. One of my subscribers. Oh man, I'm terrible with remembering names. His name's Doug, I believe is right. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta get a notepad so I can start writing people's names down because I'm terrible about remembering stuff. I think I was in a bad accident once or twice and injured my brain. But he has the Coronado and he likes it. It's got the Detroit in it and everything. And I like the Coronados. I think they're sharp looking trucks. And that's pretty good Trucker for Life. That kind of fuel mileage and going that fast. Yeah. I know for a fact I just can't picture myself driving a Cascadia. I drove one for 3 years, but it was a day cab. So, but, oh, wow. Are you getting a discount there trucking in Wyoming? $2.37 a mile. I mean, $2.37 a gallon. That's, That's more than I've paid for it just about anywhere I can think of where I've bought it. I don't even think I paid that much for it in Ohio and where's that other place I bought it? It was kind of high up that way, Indiana. I buy most of my fuel in South Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, Alabama, places like that. I try not to buy too much in the places where I have to pay a lot for it. But yeah, I just got to wrap my brain around it. Hey, you're going to save. Because see, like Provost, he's getting around 10 miles to the gallon overall, I think. And I'm getting a smidge over 6. So, 4 miles for every gallon of for every gallon of diesel you burn, that adds up in a hurry, man. 4 miles, And I think I did the math on that. I think with the price I'm paying for fuel right now, I'd be saving anywhere from $1,200 to $1,400 a month in fuel costs. And so you take that plus what I'm paying on a payment right now, plus the occasional maintenance stuff that like right now that I'm having to get done. I mean, if you took all the maintenance that I spent this year on the truck and divided it out by 12, so you did an average, and then you took the fuel cost savings and added that to that, and then you turn around and take the truck payment I'm making now and added that to that, I could afford one of those nice stretch jobs. So, but I mean, so that's something to think about. And the good thing about buying a brand new truck is I've thought about it, and you get, I think the Volvo, I want to say, has like a 500,000 mile warranty. That seems to be pretty standard on most newer trucks. So once that warranty expires, you still have the option to buy an extended warranty, right? To go past that. It costs you, I want to say maybe around $5,000 a year. And it's good for 1 year or 100,000 miles, 125,000 miles, something like that. So, and you can keep buying those until you get up to 1,000,000 miles. The one that I had, I was only able to buy it for the 1 year because the following year I was almost at 1,000,000 miles and they wouldn't insure it over, or wouldn't warranty it over 1,000,000 miles. So if you think about it, if you pay on a truck for 6 years, at the end of 6 years, you're probably going to have close to 700,000 miles on one, if not more. But with being able to buy the extended warranty, you can go up to 1,000,000 miles. You're definitely going to have the truck paid off before you hit 1,000,000 miles, for sure. And so, I mean, I just have to wrap my brain around it and see what happens. Maybe see what kind of deal I can work out. Maybe give myself a week and say, okay, I'm going to go talk to these people about getting a new truck. If I get the deal I want, I'll pull the trigger on it. If I can't, then I'm going to look at getting a pre-emission truck and see what kind of deal I can get on that. Just kind of see which one gives me the better deal, which one I can feel comfortable with. So. All right, I'm for real this time. I'm getting off. I'm going to let you guys go. I got a few things I got to do. I got to call, check on my uncle. Man, I really do appreciate every one of you guys out here that left me positive comments. You've commented on my Facebook stuff, on some of my other social media sites, telling me you're praying for my uncle and everything. And I appreciate it. And he, like I said, he's the one that taught me everything I know about truck driving. When I was a little kid, he used to drive old cab over, and I used to climb up in it and play around. So, I've been around trucking all my life. He gave me my first trucking job. Me and him we ran team together, once I got my CDL and everything. We've had a long history, me and him. So I think he showed up the second day I was in this world. I was in the world for maybe 48 hours, but by the time within the first 48 hours of my life, he was in my life. He was at the hospital a day or two after I was born. And he's been there ever since, over 50 years in my life, And so he's more than just an uncle to me, He's a friend, he's a mentor, he's someone that means a lot to me, So that's why I guess that's why I always worry about him so much, because I always want to try to help him out, take care of him as much as I can. And I really appreciate all you guys, with the prayers and everything, asking me about him. Hey, Spooby. Now, see, Spooby lives the life, man. He's got the life. He sees a load he wants, he takes it, he runs it, comes back to the house. He's just making beer money. That's all he's doing. He's just out there running for beer money. He's got the good life. But I've been imitating Spooby lately. I've been running 1 or 2 loads and back to the house. Been home just about every weekend, I think, for over a month now. Pretty much. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your night, your hump day. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. If you're out in Texas, be super duper careful. I heard there was a hurricane out that way. And so everybody be careful. And especially right now in some of these big cities, y'all be careful up around Louisville and places like that. Don't get caught up in all that mess. Just try to avoid it the best you can. So we'll have to talk sometime, Papa Bear. I'd like to pick your brain, try to get get an idea on what I might want to do. Yeah, I've seen your T680 there. I've seen it a couple times. Sweet looking truck. All right, y'all be good. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your night. If you ain't ate dinner yet, go eat some dinner. Oh, I might do that myself. So anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the live feed. And don't worry about the old truck. I'm not going to let it get me down. You know me. I'm just going to keep on punching. And we'll get it right. We'll get it going. But y'all be sure to tune in for Friday's vlog. I'll have a breakdown on everything with the truck, how much it costs, what all they did and everything, and hopefully a positive update on what's going on with my uncle, hopefully. And we'll be at the house. So we'll try to get that uploaded there. So y'all have a great night. I really appreciate each and every one of you people that come in here and watch my videos and comment. You people make this so much fun for me, and having somebody to talk to. Yes, go check out the Zello channel, the Trucker's Table on Zello. I'm not always in there. I try to get in there as much as I can, but with all the time off I've been off lately, I haven't been in there as much. So I apologize. I'm going to try to get in there a little bit more if I can. So yeah, go check that out. And y'all have a great night, and we will talk to y'all Friday. All right. Y'all be safe.